So if you clicked on this video, you're probably new to sewing and you've heard a little bit about darts, but you're not 100% sure what their purpose is, what they look like, or if you even really need to use them. So I'm here to answer all those questions. A dart is a triangle or wedge shape that is built into your pattern, and the purpose of it is to control excess fullness and to shape the garment to your body and give you a more fitted look. In today's clothing, we mostly see these in more professional garments because for our day-to-day lives, most of us are wearing a lot of stretchy fabrics, and stretchy fabrics don't require darts in order to have a close fit. However, non-stretch fabrics do. So where on your garment might you find a dart? Basically, it's going to be anywhere that you have any kind of curves. So the best way to visualize this is to take a straight edge like a ruler and hold it against the curviest parts of your body. So from your bust to your waist, for instance, you'll see that along that straight edge, there's lots of gapping. That is typically where we are going to put a dart. So you'll see it under your bust going to your waist. You'll see it from the back side, you'll see from your waist going to your butt. These are places that most of us have a little bit of curve and could use the extra shaping that a dart provides. Now that you have a little bit of understanding as to what darts are used for, let's talk about what parts make up a dart. So the first point that I'm marking here is called our apex. It's also called our bust point, and it is at the fullest part of our bust. For most of us, that's going to be our nipple. This point is going to be where we are going to be doing all of our pivoting if you want to manipulate your dart at any point to rotate it to where it's not going down to your waist, maybe it's going up to your armhole or up to your neckline. We're going to do all of that from our apex, so it's very important that it's always marked on your main blocks. Our next point is our dart tip, and it is where our dart actually is going to be ending, and typically it's about 5/8 of an inch away from our apex, though it does vary the larger your cup size gets. It's just preference, but typically you are not going to want it directly on your apex as it's not a very flattering look. Next is the punch hole. Now, this is mostly used in manufacturing settings, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a hole that is punched 1/2 of an inch away from our dart point. And whenever we are thinking about mass production, typically there's not enough money to mark every single dart with chalk like what we would do at home. So instead, the cutter will actually drill a hole down into the fabric as they're cutting out each garment piece, and the sewer will use that hole to indicate that that is where the dart is going to stop while they're sewing it. Next are our dart legs, and basically it's just either side of the triangle. Now remember, this is the point that is going to be ending at the dart point or the dart tip, not at the apex. So just keep that in mind. Here I've darkened it with marker so that way you don't get confused, but yes, those are the dart legs. Next is our dart intake, and that's everything inside of our dart legs. So everything inside that black triangle is considered the intake because you're not going to actually be able to see it once the dart is sewn up. So here you can see once I fold that closed, you can't see any of that. I folded it to the apex, but it really should be folded to the dart point because once again, we don't want our dart going to our apex, so ignore that. But once our dart is sewn closed, you can see it will create this nice curve, and if you flip it over to the other side, you'll see the intake is perfectly in line with our waistline. And what this will do is whenever we sew on our skirt or our pant or whatever is going to be sewing to the waistline of this bodice, it will be trapped in the seam allowance and keep it nice and tidy. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any questions or suggestions on future videos, please leave them down in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.